Hi guys, welcome to CYC. Today I want to go through coping strategies. And that's because everyone is now talking about inflation and recessions and the market crashing and all the rest. It's all quite scary. And we all remember the last one from 10 years ago and no one liked that. And a lot of people had a breaking point or they burnt out or it was hard. Okay, it was hard for everyone. I get it. So it looks like some form of crash is going to come along again. And so for today, I want to go through coping strategies that might help you deal with this. Before I do that though, I do want to go through the basics. Are you eating enough? Are you drinking enough? Are you sleeping enough? They are the first three to go when you're starting to get stressed. So if you're starting to feel that stress, or in a year's time or by the end of the year, whenever the stress starts to come along of a market crash, I want you to make sure you're maintaining those. Drink the water. Get enough sleep. Sleep first. Bloody hell. No one gets enough sleep. Get the sleep, okay? It'll make a world of difference. Okay, the other kind of basics is another 4-part, which is your family, friends, your career, and your hobbies. Try and maintain those. That is your spider web. That is your connections to the outside world. That is your security blanket, essentially. It's a social security, okay? Especially on the hobbies front, that goes fairly fast, as in people drop it fairly fast. So try and maintain those 4. But anyway, okay, you already knew that, okay? You knew all of that, and you might even know the rest of this. But it needs to be said, okay? Because you're not sleeping enough. Out of the 7 I mentioned, sleep, my God. Anyway, okay. So, for this video, we're going to go through 5 coping strategies. Now, technically, there's 2 different types of coping. One is your practical coping, which is specific to whatever issue comes up, which is kind of putting a plan in place to deal with it and all the rest. I'll do another video on that after it, separate from this one. But for today, we're going to focus on the second one, which is emotional coping. So when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling anxious, and you have that build up, and how does that get expressed? How does it get used? So one is to act it out. If you're angry, if you're annoyed, just scream, ah, fuck you! Whatever way. It's just expression, just letting it out, okay? Second is distraction. Now, for both of those, they are okay. Letting it out is good as long as it doesn't become a pattern. Distraction is okay, especially in if you really need it. It can help you kind of ground yourself, help you kind of come back at it with fresh eyes a little bit later. But if you're repeating using those coping strategies, that can be problematic because it's not actually grappling with the real emotional part of it. It's not. So if your emotions are a product, you have a processing system. If you are acting it out or distracting from it, you're addressing the product, but you're not addressing the system that's in place. Why is it stressing you out? Why is it annoying you so much? Why is it causing such a big reaction? That needs reflection. Okay? But anyway, so number 3 is a mindful activity. And that is basically going for a walk. It's distraction, but it's distraction with basically meditation. You are going so you're annoyed, you're stressed, you go for a walk. You are feeling the heart rate race. You are feeling you starting to, whatever your kind of fidget is, whatever your kind of, don't bite your nails or anything like that, but you're going to have some sort of kind of tick, some sort of thing, likely anyway, that you do, and you're going to take notice of that. You're going to take notice of the fact that you're really walking and you're really angry. Sorry. There's going to be different things that you'll notice about the space you're in, and once you notice it, you recognize that is the body playing out the act. It's not your mind, essentially. I don't know if that makes sense, but you don't control when you get sick, and you don't control your body when you get anxious. So recognizing that those anxious symptoms aren't you. It's not your head. It's not your consciousness. It's not who you are. It's just the feeling at the moment because something's bothering us, because there's a stressor, because there's something that needs to be dealt with, whatever. Number 4 is managing your emotions. So this is your diary entries. This is your working through it. Why does it bother me that this stressor? Why do I feel the need to prove myself? Why do I feel the need to live up to this expectation? Why can't I say no to this person? Why can't I fail at this thing, whatever it is? Like asking those questions where you really start to kind of look at the machine that is you, and you start to tweak it. You start to actively participate in the machine that's being built. Because whether you like it or not, you're building all the time. And if you're stressed and you're getting stressed out the whole time, you're starting to build that as a natural response. So just try to take that step out and try to kind of analyze the machine with pure curiosity. Don't judge yourself. Whatever feeling you have, it's there. You can't do anything about it. You shaming yourself or judging yourself for having that feeling will not help. You saying that you feel insignificant because one of your parents didn't give you enough attention or something like that. And in your head, you might judge yourself, you might shame yourself and just be like, really? That's what's causing you this stupid stuff or whatever? It's like, come on, grow the fuck up, or man up, or everything else. And none of that helps. So stop doing it, don't do it. Just curiously work through it. Humble yourself. Recognize that's actually where you are, or that's where the machine is. Whatever way you want to look at it. But it's something to be worked on. It's not something you can just kind of dismiss and kind of get over and tell yourself to cop the fuck on. It doesn't work. Okay, that's that one. And then lastly is talking. And that's the obvious one. That's the advice that everyone gives, but it does work. Now, I will say, if you are introverted, at the talking part, you need to kind of weigh that up, because think of 2 separate fuel tanks. And one is for the amount of stress you're able to handle. And this could be from work, could be from family. It's like, that's depleted. This is what has you stressed out now. This is why you need to talk. Okay, you talking will help build that back up, because people will explain it. People just getting it off your chest, just getting some other perspectives, some other opinions, people to agree with you, people to call you on your shite. Whatever is, like, talking helps. But that second tank is your ability to actually talk to people. And if you're introverted, you recharge that when you're on your own, and you deplete it when you're socializing and all the rest. So, and one conversation isn't going to deplete you. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say that, as well as if you're introverted, as well as talking to people, create a mindful space that you can truly have time for yourself. Whatever that is, whether it's reading, whether it's walking, whether it is just meditating. Now, this does not include any games or any kind of anything that distracts you from reality. I'm on about a space where you're in reality and you're getting to decompress on your own. So guys, that's it for today. That is your 5 basic types of coping during a stressful situation. And if this comes to pass, that the market does crash and all the rest, that will definitely be a stressful situation. And market crashes affect creative people more because creative people don't like being organized and don't like being disciplined and financially conservative and all the rest. All the things that help you get through a market crash are the things that creative people don't necessarily like. So it's a difficult one to balance. But I would say is that if you're creative, if you're able to keep pushing, if you're able to keep producing and all the rest, this is... You can try and make this a silver lining thing. You can try and say, hey, this can teach you discipline. Hey, this could, like all the other creative people might fall by the wayside and you're going to be the one left standing. It's going to be a war of attrition. And whatever else. Let's not be that kind of naive about it. It's going to be difficult, okay? But I truly hope you don't let the creative side slip. I hope you take pride in being creative even when it's difficult. So even when the money isn't there, even when all of your time is being spent working a shit job so you can put food on the table, I hope you can still make some time for creativity, or maybe not producing creativity, but just exploring creativity. Like, I don't know what's going to work for you, but I just I hope you maintain it and just look after your creative side. So that's where I'm going to leave today. So I hope you got something from this. I hope you find this useful. I hope this really does help. If you can remember those 5, if the market crashes, it might be a checklist. If one's not working, try a different one. Like, stress is never like, oh man, okay. You are strong enough to handle the stress. And I hope you can use the tools and get through it. So that's it. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye guys.